So, you want to be a spell-slinging, sword-swinging, blade-singing beast on the battlefield? Well, here's how to do it. Today's busted build is the Unbreakable Bladesinger. This build does 5 things. 1. Massive damage. 2. Thick AC. 3. Maneuverability, because standing still is boring. 4. Support options. And 5. Unbreakable concentration spells to fuel our big damage. And all the while, we're going to be prioritizing a fun build for the table. Yes, including the DM and keeping the flavor of blade singing alive. Because there's no point in being a blade singer if you're not gonna blade sing. Also, we're gonna finish the build with the craziest endgame final form Super Saiyan madness ever. But let's start at the beginning. For stats, we're using point buy, and they look like this. Sorry, Charisma fans, we're all about dex, intelligence, and constitution. There's just not enough room in this build to be sexy or strong. But hey, at least we're smart. For our race, we're gonna be custom lineage. This is because it frees us from limitations. We can make our own ancestry. We can be any body type, any shape, anything we like. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's all about the free feat. In our case, custom lineage gives us the free feat mobile. Put your +2 into dexterity, grab dark vision, and pick wild spacer as your background because it gives you the tough feat for free. If your GM bans the wild spacer background because it's not fair and a terrible addition from the worst D&D book in the last 5 years, then I guess just be any custom background. It doesn't really matter too much. And with the background done, we're ready to start leveling. Blade Singers are wizards, so naturally you're going to be starting with a level in Artificer. Haha, didn't see that one coming, did ya? Artificers get Constitution saving throw proficiency, which is going to be essential for your build. They also get 2 cantrips, pick up Guidance for a free buff to every skill check in the game moving forward, and Booming Blade. This is our secret weapon, and by secret weapon, I mean nuke on a stick. Booming Blade is a cantrip, where you make an attack as normal, but it deals extra thunder damage to your target if they move 5 feet or more before the start of your next turn. It's like a normal weapon attack, but better. And now here's the fun part. Remember that mobile feat we picked up? It increases your movement by 10 feet, and means that if you attack a creature on your turn, that creature can't make opportunity attacks against you for the rest of this turn. So here's the plan. You're going to be running in, stabbing someone with the Booming Blade, and then running out again safely. Then they're going to have to chase after you if they want to hit you with a melee attack, triggering the Booming Blade and taking the extra damage. This cowardly, genius scheme is the core of the build, dancing through frontline enemies, slapping them for extra damage, and then retreating. Prepare the spell Cure Wounds to keep the party healthy, or Fairy Fire to give yourself and allies advantage on attacks, and you're good to go. Between Guidance and these spells, you're actually a really good team player, and will be across the game. There is a downside though. We can't use swords as an artificer yet, so it's a shield and dagger for us for now. Wear medium armor, probably scale mail at this level because you're poor, and you're rocking a fantastic 18 AC and 12 hit points. Pretty thick, and we're only level 1. Level 2, and we multi-class with a level in Wizard. Not much changes. You get 3 new cantrips: Firebolt for range damage, Minor Illusion for roleplay shenanigans, and Green Flame Blade. Green Flame Blade is like Booming Blade, except the extra damage doesn't happen when your enemy moves, it happens immediately by burning another creature within 5 feet of the one you hit. Here's the rule. Booming Blade is better when you're fighting one enemy. Green Flame Blade is better when you're fighting multiple enemies standing next to each other. You also get 4 wizard spells. Disguise Self is great if you ever want to go infiltrating, and Burning Hands is a nice short-range AoE. But the spells you definitely want for this build are Find Familiar and Shield. Find Familiar gives you an adorable pet owl. They make for an awesome scout by flying ahead and letting you look through their eyes, and they can also give you advantage on one attack each turn by taking the help action. Their flyby trait means they don't provoke opportunity attacks either, so it's a free source of advantage for you. Your enemies will probably try and kill your familiar, but any attack at your owl is an attack not aimed at you, and you can always resummon it later. Plus, they have to take 1d6 psychic damage for murdering something this cute. Damn, she got legs though. Shield is simple. It gives you a flat +5 to your AC when you're targeted by an attack. Now you have an on-demand AC of 23 at level 2. And we're not even taking Bladesinger levels yet. Now let me check my notes. Oh, look at that. We're taking Bladesinger levels yet. I mean now.
Quick! The cavern! It's collapsing!
Oh god, we're gonna die!
Don't worry, there's a way out. You brought the maps, right?
Of course! The maps!
Show me, quickly! Great! Here's one of the beached kraken. Oh, here's one of a celestial gateway. Oh, here's one of a Dracolich lair. Wait, I need a map of this cave system. The one we are, currently trapped in. Oh, when you said bring maps, I thought you meant like badass TTRPG maps. So, you want to fight a Dracolich, or... Damn it, I want to be mad, but that actually sounds really fun. Let me roll up a character before we starve to death.
Get the best TTRPG maps in existence from Che and Peku. Grab over 4,000 stunningly beautiful maps for just $5. Yes, no cap. 4,000 plus maps for $5. When you sign up on Patreon, you get the full back catalog. Bring your games to life with animated battle maps and Foundry VTT modules. Realize any setting imaginable. Spark your creativity with Che and Peku. You can see all the maps on their website or grab all of them from their Patreon linked below. By the way, these are the maps that I actually use in my IRL games and in my published magazines. Every map you'll need forever in beautiful quality. Grab yours today, link in description. Level 3. Take your second level in Wizard and grab the Bladesinger subclass. Blade singing is online, so what does it do? Well, firstly, we can ditch the shield, medium armor, and dagger. We're going naked, baby! Well, actually, we're going to be using mage armor for our defense. Swap that baser D4 dagger for a Chad D8 rapier, because you just got proficiency with it, and looky here, we've unlocked the Blade Song feature. As a bonus action, you can enter a Blade Song, which lasts for 1 minute or until you dismiss it. During this time, you add your intelligence modifier to your AC and concentration checks. Your walking speed increases by 10 feet, you have advantage on acrobatics checks, and you get to sing a song while you murder people. Slap on that mage armor and you're rocking an AC of 18 while blade singing, 23 with shield active, and you have a constitution save of +7 to help with those concentration checks on your fairy fire if you cast it. But the real point of those juicy con saves comes with the next level. Level 4. Take another level in Wizard to get access to second level Wizard spells. Now we can cast Shadow Blade! Also Shatter, which is basically a baby's first fireball. Shadow Blade is a bonus action to cast, and it conjures a blade of shadows in your hand. This sword deals 2d8 psychic damage on a hit, can be thrown 20 feet, and reappear in your hand at the end of the turn, and you have advantage on all attack rolls made in dim light or darkness. See, that's why we took Dark Vision at the start of the build. It's come full circle.
Objection!
Okay, this is where things get interesting. Booming Blade and Green Flame Blade require a weapon worth at least 1 silver piece. The point is, even though Jeremy Crawford has said the intent is that Booming Blade works with Shadow Blade, there is no official ruling on how much the Shadow Blade is actually worth. If your GM says Booming Blade can't work with Shadow Blade, don't worry, use Shadow Blade anyway for now and swap it out for Haste and a normal rapier when you get your 3rd level spells. Everything else in this build stays the same. But also, most GMs are cool with the Shadow Blade Booming Blade interaction. So booming Shadow Blade go brrrr! Level 5. Take a level in Wizard and get your ability score increase. Put a +1 into Dexterity and +1 into Intelligence. Your AC is now 20, and your Booming Blade and Green Flame Blade cantrips now deal an extra 2d8 damage. Also, although you haven't unlocked any 3rd level spells yet, you actually have 2 3rd level spell slots, because that Artificer level we took counts towards your spell level progression. That's how you can cast Shadow Blade at 3rd level, dealing 3d8 damage per hit. With Booming Blade, that's 4d8 plus Dex, plus 2d8 when the enemy moves. And now with the basics set up, we move into the mid-game. Level 6. Take your 5th level in Wizard and pick up some 3rd level spells. If you're not using Shadow Blade with the damaging cantrips, this is where you start using Haste, which is a more defensive option because it gives you a +2 AC. It also lets you move ridiculously fast, and the damage isn't bad either because you get an extra attack each turn. But for this build, you're an edgy little ninja, so we're gonna stick with the Booming Blade Shadow Blade combo. You can also grab Fireball, because you know it's a good spell and our concentration is going to be on Shadow Blade or Haste, so we're focusing on those, even though there are other great concentration options like Hypnotic Pattern. Level 7 comes next, and it's another level in Wizard. Now you unlock your next Bladesinger feature, Extra Attack. It lets you attack twice per turn, and one of those attacks can be a cantrip, like Booming Blade. Now the damage is really online. 2 attacks with Shadow Blade plus 1 Booming Blade equals 8d8 damage every turn. Also, pick up Counterspell. Finally, level 8 comes and we finish the master plan by taking another level in Artificer. At Artificer level 2, you get Artificer Infusions, and you're grabbing Mind Sharpener. Now your wizard robes are infused with an electric current that zaps you anytime you fail a concentration check and turns that fail into a success. Basically, you taser yourself as a reaction to automatically hold concentration on your spell, and this works 4 times a day. That, on top of your current +9 to all con saves, and you ain't never dropping concentration on that Shadow Blade. The other infusions and Artificer spells don't matter too much for this build. I like grabbing the Alchemy Jug because I'm an alcoholic, but you can grab whatever you like. Some good low-level spells include Longstrider, Grease, Featherfall, and Catapult. From this point on, the build is basically online. As you go up in levels, keep casting Shadow Blade at the highest level possible to pump your damage. We're also gonna stay Wizard the rest of the game to get your high level spells as soon as possible. Level 9 gives you 4th level Wizard spells. Grab Polymorph for the times you don't want to abuse Shadow Blade, because turning your allies into a giant ape while having unbreakable concentration is kinda crazy. Level 10 is your next ASI. Put +2 in dexterity to hit more reliably and for a little extra bonus damage. It also boosts your AC to a standing 21 while blade singing. Level 11 means 5th level spells. Here's where you can really go to town with broken concentration spells like Wall of Force. Although shadow blading enemies to death is fun, sometimes a well-placed Wall of Force ends an encounter. It's an unbreakable force field you can use to trap people or divide and conquer groups of enemies. And you can't be knocked out of concentration, so go nuts. From this point on, you are both an unbreakable battlefield controller with Wall of Force or a devastating striker with Shadow Blade. But it only gets better as we move into the late game. Level 12 gets you Song of Defense, letting you trade a spell slot and a reaction to reduce incoming damage. This isn't great, but considering our build is quite effective even without casting many spells, you'll probably have a few slots open to pump your defense. It's not overwhelming, it's not underwhelming, it's just whelming, I guess. Level 13, 6th level spells. Mass Suggestion is your broken concentration spell of choice here, for both in and out of combat mass mind control. Also, Disintegrate is a wicked powerful damage option for when you're looking to Thanos snap someone at range. Level 14 is another ASI. We'll bump Intelligence to 18 for that thick brain and a standing AC of 22, 27 if you cast Shield. Level 15 is 7th level spells, and Simulacrum is game breaking, letting you clone yourself. The downside of simulacrums is they can't regain spent spell slots and they don't get any items, but you don't need spell slots or items to be devastating. Just give it a normal rapier and let it tear things apart with Booming Blade. Level 16 is your final Bladesinger feature, letting you add your intelligence modifier to all your weapon damage. That's a +4 to all damage rolls, because you are so smart it actually hurts your enemies. Somehow. Level 17 gets you your 8th level spells. Dominate Monster is a crazy strong option for concentration, and Feeble Mind is the most devastating save or suck spell in the game. Then level 18 gets you your final ASI. Put +2 into intelligence and you're rocking the dream of 20 in both int and dex. Your base AC is 23 and all your attacks deal an extra point of damage. Level 19 gets you 9th level spells, and here's the thing, Don't take Wish. Well, okay, you can take it, but there's a better option to take as well. You want Shape Change. This lets you turn into any creature of a CR equal to or lower than your level, and keep all your class features. Now you can turn into a Planetar, basically a giant angel, while still blade singing. That's 24 AC, True Sight, Magic Resistance, and every attack you make as a Planetar deals an extra 5d8 radiant damage. Just remember to keep a hold of your rapier, because a normal Planetar's greatsword won't work with Bladesong. With your green flame blade and extra attack, you're hitting for 18d8 plus 20 damage per turn, and you still have blade singing and the mobile feat for a 140-foot fly speed. Congratulations, you are the god of swords and song. Finally, take that level 18 in Wizards to grab Spell Mastery. Now you can cast Shield without a spell slot. That's practically a full-time +5 AC if you're happy to use your reaction on it each turn. So, one great thing about this build is you don't need many magic items. Magic weapons don't matter because you'll be relying on Shadow Blade, but if you are able to get magic items in your games, rings and cloaks of protection or braces of defense to boost your AC are always handy. An amulet of health to boost your constitution is also great, giving you a ton more hit points and even more unbreakable con saves. Also, gear that improves your movement like winged boots or a cloak of flying is always great to combine with the mobile feat. And of course, if you like builds, grab the new Ronin Ranger subclass for free, link below. You can sign up to grab the subclass and other free subclasses that I make automatically to be a slash-drawing samurai badass. Remember to like and subscribe, check out other videos on the channel, and yeah, that's all I got. See you next time.